What's going on, everybody? This is Blockchain Bulls, and right now I am going live because I've got people asking me to come on and go live and open it up to the community, see what's going on. I've done some quick research here, try to get you guys some information. I don't have any conclusive evidence of what could be causing this specific dip, other than the fact that there's just a sell-off happening, and we've got that happening across the board here. Now, my main intention here is to keep you guys focused. Everyone stay focused. That's my main intention here. It's not to scare anyone. It's just, those laser eyes they put on Twitter. That's why I'm doing this. I don't know if other people are going live right now, but it is definitely a bloodbath. As you can see right here, we are having a massive sell-off. And unfortunately for people who bought Doge, especially the newbies, look at Doge just went down below 20 cents. It just went to 19 cents. Thanks to everyone who's already hitting the likes. If you guys want to help share this with other people who are invested that are scared right now about what's happening, we're seeing a massive sell-off over the last hour in particular. 25% just came out of Doge right there. That was huge. So even Polkadot is getting annihilated. Cardano just went below $1, okay? XRP just went below $1. This is happening. Yes, it's happening. And so my job here is to keep you guys focused on what others are saying and where we can get some clarity. So let's get into that. If you're new to Blockchain Bulls, you guys can subscribe and follow us if you guys enjoy these live feeds and talking about cryptocurrency. So we go to the normal, usual people that we go to get some clarity on this. First one we're going to talk about is going to be Cameron Winklevoss. Bitcoin is not an asset to be traded. It should be bought and hodled. Few understand this. He posted this 13 hours ago. Okay, so then we go to other guys in this space. We got Barry Silbert. He's saying, incredibly proud to announce that the Foundry USA Bitcoin mining pool from Foundry Services just became at top 5 pool in the world. Bitcoin hash rate is quickly shifting from China to North America. These are bullish indicators to keep you guys kind of optimistic through hard times like this. He says, I still can't get over the fact that no financial advisors recommended or enabled their clients to get easy access, basically the best performing asset every year for the past 10 years. He's talking about Bitcoin. Now, I do want to point out some news that just came out here on Bitcoin.com. U.S. House passes bill mandating SEC and CFTC to establish working group focused on digital assets. I don't know if this could be playing a factor, but I did want to mention this. I waited for the live feed to get some more viewers. We now have them. We're at 99, 20 likes. Thanks to everyone who's liking it and helping to get this video out to a larger audience to help people get some clarity on what the heck is going on. And I'm diamond hands right now. I'm diamond hands. I have no choice. This is what I do. I've been through this before. It's just I got diamond hands. I mean, I've got a long-term perspective with cryptocurrency. But the U.S. House of Representatives has passed a crypto-related bill introduced by pro-Bitcoin Congressman Patrick McHenry. This came out right now. It requires the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission to establish a working group focused on digital assets. Bill to ensure collaboration between regulators and private sector on cryptocurrency. So the main goal here is to get some clarity on digital assets and how to make it a safe haven asset class for people to participate as investors, both retail and institutional. The bill requires the SEC and the Commodity Futures Trading Commission to establish a working group focused on digital assets. This is the first step in opening up the dialogue between our regulators and market participants and move to a much needed clarity. So you would anticipate that something like this will probably be really good for the asset class, providing more stability. Right now, we're still in a very much Wild West type environment. So you have Tim Draper. He's talking about this. He's one of the OGs in cryptocurrency. He said the antidote for oppressive government and runaway taxes is Bitcoin. I did also just watch a series between Michael Saylor and I see you guys commenting, by the way. Michael Saylor and the Gold Bug guy. That's on Stansberry Research if you guys want to catch up with that. So we are trying to get to the bottom of what's going on. But we did see the 43.4% capital gains tax proposal that came out of Joe Biden's administration. Thanks to the 32 people who hit the like. So some comments that you guys are saying, why not 1817? Dude, everything is fine, you guys. This is just whales manipulating the news of Biden's proposed tax law. This stuff happens all the time. We've been in the green just as fast. Thank you for coming back on live, says Walter. How do you think it will all take to recover? By the fear. Okay, so now, now that we've got a lot of people tuning in and everyone's crushing up the likes and helping get this video out, thank you to everyone who's doing that. We can actually take a look at the Bitcoin dominance chart. So this is where we're going to look at where we could be headed, and we talked about this kind of earlier, but Bitcoin dominance went from 50% to 52%. So being in altcoins, you were losing more money being in altcoins than you were in Bitcoin. So again, Bitcoin proving to be the store of value. It was weird because just yesterday, Ethereum hit an all-time high, which was, you know, Ethereum hits an all-time high. It's actually performing better than Bitcoin over the last 7 days. And actually over the last 24 hours, in fact, Ethereum is performing better. So if you're in low caps, you know, right now you're losing more money there than you would be if you were in Bitcoin or Ethereum. But if we go into the market capitalization, now, you know, you don't want to get in the habit of going back and forth if you can help it, right? But sometimes people will tether, or they will go into ETH, or they will go into Bitcoin if they feel like that's a better position for them. But most people advise against that have been in crypto, and that's why they say this is a general consensus across crypto. It's better to just hold and weather the storm, especially if you believe in the asset class of digital currency and the cryptocurrency market long term. So if you take a look at the 1 year here, all right, so we've got this $44,000 or this $1.6 trillion market cap that we're actually approaching. If we punch through that, we will be going back into February levels. So February, I was just looking at the charts. I had some screenshots from February. Where we were at in February was around about $30,000 Bitcoin. So we haven't reached February 2021 levels yet. The Bitcoin price, I'll just give it to you guys like this. So if we take a look at the 1 year, February 20th, we did hit 56,000, but then we went all the way down to 45. But January, or February 5th, for example, $39,000 Bitcoin. Okay, so we had a big punch up, but there was also a big dip. I would say it's kind of similar to what we're seeing right now. January 8th, we went from 40,000, and then within about a week, so from January 8th all the way until January 22nd. So that was about a 2-week long dip. Okay, so we had a 2-week long dip, and we dipped all the way down from 40 to 30. So that was a 25% sell-off, thereabouts. If we look at what we're experiencing right now, we had 63, and now we're going down below 50K here, and that's basically on par with the 25%, and that dip began April 16th, so you can kind of put it out till May 1st to where we might actually end up recovering from this. There's nothing guaranteed, but we're just looking at historicals of how the last few dips performed. You can see there this dip. There was this dip here that happened February 20th. That was a big one from 56 all the way down to 45. So we'll see what's going on. I see some more comments coming on. People are saying thanks, appreciate the help. Just grab some Bullish protocol and VAT. Yeah, actually that was probably a good scoop up on Bullish. And I will take some, right now, I mean, I'm not too big on looking at too many altcoin projects, but if you guys really want to look at some altcoin projects, if that helps get you guys, your minds off the current bloodbath that we're experiencing. Because what typically happens when this happens, you know, your phone's getting notifications and you just want to escape from it, so you kind of need to talk to someone. It's like, you know, I just need to talk to someone, or I need to communicate with someone. Or, you know, you just need something to take your mind off it. So some of the things that I do is research. One of the things that I was doing was researching YouTube, and I came across this video by Kathy Woods, and she actually is with ARK Investment, and she put out that there's basically 4 trends. So 4 trends to get rich in the next 5 years. Well, okay, that's obviously a clickbait title, but there is the 4 trends she mentioned: deep learning, which is AI, deep learning. Okay, the next thing she talked about was server processors. Okay, so these are trends that are coming in the next 5 years that are going to be real hot. So deep learning, AI, this is machine learning. This is where machines teach themselves to, it's like Alexa getting smarter, right, by teaching herself. Server processor, virtual worlds, which is the OVR, which is Decentraland, Mana, which is ETHland, kind of like that kind of concept. That's something that we've been paying attention to, which is the virtual worlds. And then obviously she said digital wallets. So she does have the digital wallets. Elon will tweet about Bitcoin tomorrow and send us to new highs. Goodwill Hunting, that's what he just said. Thanks to the 62 people who just hit the like button and helped get this out. So let's see. Wild West, yes, the old money institutions, funds, ETFs see the opportunity and have chips in the game, stay the course. Yeah, I mean, these institutions, they don't want to buy high. But what we really want to know, if any of you guys have any additional information as things are coming about, please do let us know. But what is going on exactly right now with this particular sell-off that we're seeing here? Bitcoin did just dip to below, let's see, I think we just went down to 49.2. Okay, so again, the $44,000 level is the key area that we're kind of concerned about, and we'll find that around here. Let's see here if we get the right about there. February 28th, we hit 44,000. That's people are saying we got to get close to that. Maybe the sooner we do that, the better, in terms of what they believe about the necessity to get there in order for the recoil to happen. But I'm not too big on having to get there, but they say it's got to happen. So some of these TA guys, I'm not a big TA guy, but obviously right now in this situation, I am in a position where I am paying attention to TA. Hey, thanks, Built by Black Wall. Yeah, thank you, man. The main thing that I'm focused on is just keeping everyone kind of like positive, because I know that I'm sitting there doing research, you know, because that's what I do when things are crazy. I kind of take my mind off that, so I do some research to kind of, I'm like, well, crypto I might have to take a little back seat for a little while, so I need to find something else to do. And you know, I'm just getting notified. CoinMarketCap keeps notifying me about all these positions going down. Is anything up over the last hour? Let's see. Bitcoin Gold, amazingly enough. Is anything still up over the last 7 days? Solana, okay. Nano is still up over the last 7 days. There's just going to be a bunch of buying opportunities. That's what I was kind of looking at. I'd say maybe about 4 or 5 hours ago. I was looking at some buying opportunities, but I didn't pull any triggers on anything yet. And I was closing in on Seek VR. I'll show you the ones that I was closing in on. See what you guys think. So I was looking at this one. The reason I like this one, it's obviously a low market cap, 4.7 million, but I was also looking at their website. I saw that they have a YouTube channel and what they're building, Seek VR. So I thought it was a low capper. I thought this thing could, you know, in a bull market, I mean, in a bear market, this thing goes away. It doesn't do anything. I mean, that's just the way it is. In a bear market, almost all these low caps, they just go to sleep. They go to sleep. They hibernate. And most of them go out of business, or they hibernate until the next one. But in a bull market, something like this, they have the Seek VR headset available. So I was thinking, I was like, you know, maybe I'll just put a full Ethereum into something like this and let it run and see. And then I was also looking at some other projects like Bosun. I was looking at Bosun. I was listening to interviews with the founder. I'm glad I didn't buy when I was going to buy, because it was at 339. Now it's down to 294. So, I mean, there's definitely some buying opportunities that, like for Seek and Bosun, both of these popped up, the Bosun, Higgs Bosun. Let's see. What are they saying? Some crypto's going up now. Harmony 1 bottomed out at 7 cents. Now it's 9 cents. VeChain bottomed out at 15. Now it's at 17. Yeah, I mean, we've been seeing that all day, actually, where, you know, it kind of sells off and then recovers. Doge, like I said, I still maintain my position on how I feel about Doge. I probably wouldn't step into Doge until it went below 10 cents. I think Doge has a long way to go down from here. But I don't know. I can't guarantee that it's going to go below the 10 cent mark. It's just crazy to see what's happening with Cardano. Makes me want to tune in to Charles Hoskinson on live feed and see exactly what he's saying. But we'll see. And then let's just see. Here's Dan Held. He's been into Bitcoin for a while. He says, Bitcoin has been through far worse. We're still in a bull run. HODL. I've been here 8 years hodling. HODL now, and you'll look back this moment with pride. So he tweeted that 25 minutes ago when the absolute bloodbath was hitting, and then he tweeted this 26 minutes ago. He's got, 184,000 followers. He's been in crypto for a while, actually. So I'm putting this out there because you guys are really looking for some sort of like, hey, clarity, more so than just what I have to say, but what others are saying. That's why we turn to OGs in the crypto space to see what they're saying. And even if we go on Twitter and we type in Bitcoin, by the way, our Twitter is pinned to the top here if you guys want to follow Blockchain Bulls on Twitter also. Oh, here's the gold versus Bitcoin debate between Michael Saylor and Frank Gistra, or Gistra, I can't say his name. That you guys can check this out. It's on Twitter, but there you go. Right there. Asset of the ages. It is a little bit dry. I watched about the first 20 minutes and then I kind of was like, oh gosh, because it does get dry after a while. I mean, it's a long one, right? So I'm looking at what people are saying. Aaron says buy now or wait, see if it drops more. I mean, it's at this point, if it's going to be a bull market, this is a fine entry point. I mean, you don't need to try and find the bottom. Here's Altcoin Buzz saying, "Oh yeah, back over 50K. Now let's see, let's do this a few times." So Altcoin Buzz looks to be pretty happy. But the market here, I mean, this has been a heck of a dip. I mean, you could try and find the bottom on this, but I mean, these are great prices. If the only way this ends up being a bad time to buy right now is if if the whole sentiment of the market turns bearish, then obviously buying right now won't be good. But right now, assuming that you believe fully that we're in a bull market, I mean, the sell-offs have been wicked. 40% here on XRP. Anytime you can get something 40% off on sale that you believe in. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that you got to buy XRP, but there are like, look at this. Aave's 25% off. Crypto.com's 33% off. Cosmos is 34% off over the last 7 days. Tezos, Algorand is 32% off. I mean, people are saying it's the tax thing, but I was thinking about the tax, this tax idea of what's going on. Welcome all the new subscribers. I see you guys out there, so I would like to welcome you guys all to Blockchain Bulls, to everyone who's a new viewer who's decided to subscribe and turn on the bell to get notified when we make these new videos. And thank you to the 84 people who hit the likes. But I was looking at the taxes situation, and from what I understand is if you don't make more than $1 million in capital gains, you should be okay. And I think there was even this conversation that took place that said if your capital gains transaction was more than $1 million. So if you transacted worth more than $1 million. Now, I'm not a professional tax advisor, so please do not think that I am. And I'm not a professional financial advisor, ever. Do not ever think that about me. All we're doing is infotainment here. But I mean, I got to thinking, I was like, it doesn't sound as bad as I thought it did when I first heard it. I was pretty pissed off because anytime I hear they want to tax more, I just default to no thanks. But then again, I work for a living, so I mean, I'm not out there trying to get freebies. I'm not trying to get anything for free. So I'm one of those guys that's like, earn your keep. What you earn is what you get. So like, if you want more money, you go out and hustle and go get it. So I mean, it's just how I am. It doesn't mean I'm cooler than anyone else. It's just so. Of course, being that I'm a working class stiff, I'm more like, hey, I don't like taxes. But if I was one of those people who was going to benefit from free money and free social programs, yeah, I'm sure I would probably be like, yeah, more taxes is like music to my ears. And it's just a different in views. They don't understand me. The people who don't understand why I don't want to pay taxes, they don't understand me, and I don't understand them why they don't want to work and earn their own keep. So it's like two different mentalities, and we just neither of us understand each other. It's like left brain versus right brain. It's just, to me, I'm not big on taxes. Tom says, I usually panic buy in these situations, lol, never panic sold. So he's saying he always buys, panic buys. that was a saying we used to say back in 2018. But I mean, obviously in 2018, we all rode the roller coaster back down. But in a cascade effect, your best bet is to, if it does keep cascading, I'd say you'd want to be in the top 10 coins. I remember last time, you in low caps, you got to get out of low caps immediately. Like low caps to save your value. I'm talking about in a massive cascade. I still hold a handful of low caps, but in a massive cascade event, I'm dipping out of the low caps and I'm salvaging what I can. It's like a 5-alarm fire, and I'm grabbing what I can, and I'm kind of shoveling it out into like Ethereum or Bitcoin. I'm salvaging, right? I'm not trying to just watch all my value just dwindle right away. So that's what I learned from the last one is if you're gonna gamble with low cappers, lotto tickets, you can still salvage some of those when you need to, especially in a cascading event. Like if Bitcoin went into the 30s or into the 20s, you would probably want to be out of low caps by that point, because it's just better to store your value in Bitcoin, and then you can go back into low caps once the sentiment turns bullish again. Thanks to the 119 people who hit the like button. If you guys want me to keep going, please hit the like button. We have 491 people watching and only 120 likes. It definitely helps out the channel when you make noise for the algorithm, which helps grow this community, which is a positive thing for everyone, including you guys and myself. If you guys want me to keep going, please hit the like button. And if we can go up over 180 likes, I will keep going. We're at 154 right now. Sonny says, thanks for coming live, Jeff. Every time in red market, we need channels like yours in the space. Smash the like button, guys. Yeah, well, appreciate it. And I do it. It's also a therapy for me. So it's not just like it's therapy for me, because I was sitting there. I was waiting on my food. I ordered some PF Chang's, and I was like gonna eat, and then I was like, no, I gotta go live. Okay, we just hit the 192 likes, so you guys totally answered the calling. We can keep going. And Droid Tech says, hit the like, fellas. It's nice of us to come together. Yeah, so, but enough of the kumbaya. We're still soldiers in a war here, and we got to win the war, right? So we got to get the right mindset. But it is good to kumbaya. It makes me want to, say, hey, what are we drinking tonight, right? What are we drinking? I don't know. Maybe we'll drink some. If I really want to get lit and have a good time, I'll probably do Fireball. I mean, Fireballs definitely get everyone tuned up, don't they? Fireballs with some beer. But, Dirk says, zoom out, guys, and chill. That's what we're hearing a lot of, is like, if you really take a moment and you just zoom out from the market and you realize it's not that bad. I mean, we were just look at this. I mean, it's if you zoom out, it'd be one thing if we were like down here. Like if this line was down here and we were back in the, like under $1 trillion market cap. And even then, it's still higher than we were heading into 2021. So on 1/1/2020, we had a $773 billion market cap for the entire market. So we're still double the price overall in 2021 from when we started this year. People said they are scared. Yes, Panyam, that is me. ETH said, ETH new high, what? Yusuf, man. I'm sorry, I got that yet. Someone said no retirement yet. I wouldn't even want to retire. Why would I want to retire? Well, when you say retire, it means like what? Work on your own terms. But I wouldn't just want to sit around the house and drink beer and soda and eat Hot Pockets all day and play video games, because trust me, that's boring, man. So I would. The only reason I want to collect a lot of get crazy rich with cryptocurrency is because I want to be able to do cool things with my money. Like whatever I want to do without having to work for someone. I think that's what we're all looking for, is financial freedom. I wouldn't call it retirement. I would call it financial freedom. It means that you don't have to work for somebody and be someone else's servant. That's what we're looking for, right? Turkey says, why doesn't it just crash already? It would be so relieving. I don't know about that. Why not? Weiner says, you can't be scared with a name like Savage. Come on, get it together. Could you comment for a new token snafu? We're not really doing tokens right now because of the situation with what the market has going on. Dirk says 70% pullback regularly last bill cycle. Get used to this. So long term, I mean, we just talked about this. I don't know if you guys are just tuning in, but the U.S. House passes bill mandating SEC and CFTC to establish working group focused on digital assets. That goes alongside the other news about the crypto or the capital gains tax being raised on the rich, which could possibly be some of you guys. So if you guys want me to keep going, we're at 223 likes. Crush the like button, and if we go over 260 likes, I will keep going. But right now, we're just kind of waiting to see what Bitcoin's going to do from here. If you guys just tuning in, we've been doing this now for 25 minutes, talking about the Bitcoin cryptocurrency market, keeping everyone kind of, laser focused. We can look here and see what's being said about Bitcoin across the board on Twitter while we wait, and see if everyone's going to crush up the likes, get us to go over 260. But we're kind of just looking to see if any news is coming in exactly about what's causing this specific sell-off right here, right now. Documenting Bitcoin, 10 million per Bitcoin. What is this? Hal Finney sent this email on a few days after Bitcoin was created by Satoshi Nakamoto in 2009. Incredible foresight. So to those of you who don't know who Hal Finney is, I guess this is a good time for me to give a little lesson. So Hal Finney was, when Satoshi Nakamoto created Bitcoin, he had a guy by the name of Hal Finney, right? And so Hal Finney's profile, his body's actually been cryogenically preserved out here in Scottsdale, Arizona. And this is, I think this is Hal Finney here. But one of his first tweets was now running Bitcoin. And so he did have, so this, a lot of people think this might actually be Satoshi, but Hal Finney here, basically he was the guy who first tweeted about Bitcoin in 2000 and I think it was 2009, saying now running Bitcoin. So if you guys hear about Hal Finney, pay attention to who exactly he was. Unfortunately, I couldn't find that tweet. Someone said, oh my gosh, Bitcoin's on sale. There is no more news to scare people with now that Trump, okay. No one is getting taxed. It will never pass Congress 100%. Do you guys think it'll pass Congress, that this capital gains tax will go through there? We don't know. Jimmy Song, he's a big crypto guy. He says taxes don't matter because the government can steal from us whenever they want through inflation. This is why people are coming into Bitcoin. Okay. I mean, taxes, I guess, we'll see. Here's Brian Armstrong. He's tweeting 2 hours ago. He's the CEO of Coinbase. Square published this great paper on Bitcoin energy use. In short, wind and solar are becoming cheaper than fossil fuels, making them attractive for Bitcoin miners. If we go here and see exactly what it is that they're talking about, Bitcoin is key to an abundant, clean energy future. This has become like such a talking point. Like they're really beating the heck out of this. And I guess the reason they're getting really big into this clean energy is because they say Bitcoin uses more energy than many small nations, blah, blah, blah. Bitcoin's not clean energy. So I guess there's a lot of scrutiny from these watchdog groups. So there's a lot of watchdogs out there. I mean, these NGOs, they're just kind of out of control. I mean, they're social justice warriors is what they are. I mean, it's nuts. But this is why this conversation keeps coming up, and for better or worse, however you feel about it, the Bitcoin miners are being told they basically need to figure out alternative clean energy solutions to keep mining Bitcoin. And so you get this Bitcoin Clean Energy Initiative has developed this short research paper as a starting point to share our vision for how Bitcoin mining in conjunction with renewable energy and storage. So you can see Bitcoin mining presents an opportunity to accelerate the global energy transition to renewables. So they're basically looking to use Bitcoin mining to fund or create this buzz around renewables like wind and solar. And this is why this is becoming a big thing. And Jack Dorsey from Twitter and Square, he's talking about this. Brian Armstrong from Coinbase, the CEO. I heard Kevin O'Leary talking about it. So this is a big conversation that's happening right now, and that's why I bring it up on this chat here. Okay, guys, we have 278 likes. We have 689 concurrent viewers. Thanks to all the new subscribers and everyone who has the subscribe bell turned on. We just hit 700, so we just hit a record for live stream viewers right now. If you guys want me to keep going, I can. We have 282 likes. Let's get it over 350 or get somewhere near close and we can keep going. Let's go back to look at the market and see just exactly what is going on over the last hour. Ooh, Celsius has turned the corner. Revain kind of turned the corner. It looked like Binance had turned the corner. People are trying to figure out what's going on. Says this is their push to prevent the little guy from obtaining financial wealth. That's all it is. You know, if they do that stuff, I really don't understand why they have this like desire to, like, if you think about it, there's all this wealth in the world, and money at the end of the day, it's a man-made system. It's not like something that grows on trees. It's not like oranges or mangoes or something like that. Money literally is a man-made social engineering construct, right? And so how do you, if you have that, it's got to be by design why you still have poor people. Because seriously, it's like you can create financial opportunities in all sorts of different ways, whether it's, paying people to do actual hard labor, physical work, whatever it may be, or paying them to work on the internet in some capacity, doing something or cleaning up the trash or something. But the fact that the world still has like all this poverty, it's clearly by design. It's clearly by design because, I mean, they could engineer a way out of all this poverty. And so, I mean, this is just ridiculous how they do this. So it's as crazy as that sounds, like it doesn't sound like it should be real, but I think that it is by design that they keep people poor. And so how does that apply to cryptocurrency here? They're like, oh, there's too many peasants making too much money with Bitcoin right now. We need to manipulate the market and get them to go out. We need to get them out of it. I guess because, they need to keep you dependent on the man so they can control you. So it's just crazy. Barbara says if people weren't so greedy. Yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, apparently people with billions of dollars need to be greedy. That's why I like Elon. Honestly, one of the big reasons why I like Elon, and this is going to sound crazy, but this is the big reason. So he doesn't get along with Mark Zuck. And because he doesn't get along with Zuck, that tells me that he might not be a bad guy. Because to me, it's like, you ever seen that Sacha Baron Cohen tweet where he said, here's Sacha Baron Cohen Facebook. Barat, right? He tweeted something about, wait, is this, how do you say his name? There we go. All right, so he tweeted something one time a while back about here, look at this. Stunning new report: since 2015, domestic terrorism in the U.S. has surged. A major propellant, Mark Zuckerberg's Facebook. Also, since 2015, Facebook made $299 billion. Facebook, where extremism is an exception, it's the business model. And so, this guy, Barat, he tweets about, these guys, and it tells me that he's not. Here's this is serious stuff. I mean, serious question for Pichai, Dorsey, and Zuckerberg when they testify tomorrow. You're worth $1.3 billion, et cetera, depending on. People died because of but what he's saying is stop hate for profit, because they're like selling hate. It's like that's what they sell is hate, and so it's very crazy. But look at this, Mark Zuckerberg. How do you sleep at night? This is on Facebook, Instagram. But the thing is, I don't know. It's crazy. That's what told me that Elon was an all right guy, was that he was going after Zuck. He's not a big fan of Zuck, because I just don't trust Zuck. Like that is one billionaire that I just don't trust, and I want to trust him, but I just feel like he's not a very friendly dude. But we'll see. Maybe he comes around. Maybe we've got him all wrong. Anyway, back on subject here. People are saying Doge buy or sell. Well, you could also hold. I mean, Doge right now sitting at 21 cents. I'm not touching Doge unless it goes below 10 cents. But I did say I would possibly consider buying it below 20. But The market conditions would have to be correct. But I don't need Doge. I just don't need Doge. I mean, I'd rather get into something with more fundamentals. That's not a meme coin. That's not a joke. I'd rather get into something with fundamentals. We don't really know exactly what's going on, but we have a couple different bits of news. Number one is we've been in a bit of a downtrend. We were overdue for a correction. The market was really hot. The meme coins were definitely causing a bit of a bubble to appear. We also had the news of the capital gains tax rolling out, and then we had some other news that's been happening. We have a bit of FUD coming from what's his name, Guggenheim or whatever his name is. He thinks Bitcoin's going to go to 20,000. And most of the people who've been in crypto for a while, they say, great, that's going to be an awesome buying opportunity. But as you can see right now, at 49,000, there's still definitely a sell-off still continuing to happen. I mean, it's looking nasty out there for us. It's a nasty dip. And someone was asking if this is a good time to buy or should they sell or hold. I mean, if you believe the market still continues to be bullish, and this is just a correction, a strong correction, then look at what you could be getting these prices at. But obviously, if this market turns bearish for a long-term cycle, then buying anything is just going to be like catching a falling knife. But if you believe the market still stays bullish, I mean, you can get Stellar Lumens basically for 36% off. I mean, you can get Cardano right here, Cardano for 27% off, XRP for 40% off. All these people trying to buy XRP at $1.84, I would say, well, what's changed now that it's $1.04? So it's like, this is why we don't buy pumps. And I was thinking about it, I was like, it's not good to pick on people who buy pumps because that actually hurts them. Like that I've bought pumps before, it really hurts. But this is why you don't buy Doge when it's at 40 cents or you don't buy XRP when it's mooning. But technically, this is the time to buy when it's red. But it's also a catch-22 because it's like you have to really fully believe that the market sentiment is still bullish. Because if the market sentiment turns bearish, which there's always, that small possibility, then you could really be caught up in a bind here. 966 people watching. This is an all-time high for this channel on a live feed. But we're a new channel. We're just about to hit 20,000 subscribers. So thanks to everyone who's a new subscriber and keeping up with us. And if you guys want me to keep going, I can. We have 345 likes. Let's see if we can push that over 400 here. And if we push it over 400, we will keep going. Let's go back onto Twitter to see if we can get some sort of clarity by just searching the search bar. Of course, we got Peter Schiff fudding. What's Peter Schiff saying right now? Let's go to Max, actually. We'll go to Max Kaiser, one of Peter's old buddies. Let's see if he's saying anything. What do we got? Well, he's not saying anything too much. Bitcoin is my religion and my church. I'm section 5013C. Exempt from taxes, Joe Biden, may Satoshi bless you. he's basically saying he's a 5013C. And I think this is Max right here. He said, dude, just Bitcoin. He's a big Bitcoin guy. I don't know what his deal is, but that's a kind of a funny way to say something. He's talking about that. We're not going to get too big into that conversation. I don't even like to say the word. But let's see what Peter Schiff is saying. Of course, 38 minutes ago he had something to say, so leave it to Peter to say something. Now that Bitcoin is back below 50K, I think it's time for Anthony Popolano to tweet out 1,000 milestones on the way down the way he did on the way up. Okay. This conversation that gold bugs, I mean, what's the price of gold right now? I mean, we could look that up real easy, right? What is the price of gold? Let's see. It's at 1792. I mean, what? It's not like gold's performing very good. So I don't know where he gets this like, I mean, gold hit 2000 and now it's down to 1792. I mean, gold, I have a little bit of gold. It's just a pain in the butt to hold. Here's one. He says, central bank should print dollars with gold backing, but how can you track whether your dollars is really backed by gold? Okay. see, CZ's up. He's obviously locking in. CZ, the founder of Binance. Nothing to see here, just shaking out some weak hands. He's saying, contrary to what you may have been told or wish, crypto is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I mean, we're looking for news out there to see what's going on. Thanks to everyone who hit the like button and pushed us over 423. So I will keep going, but let's see where the market stands right here, right now. We're gonna refresh, see if we can get. Yeah, I mean, Bitcoin still continues to downtrend. It's still below 50,000, and like we said earlier on this stream and in the previous videos, the support level that we're looking for is going to be around about. I think it's. So we already broke this support at 51. Now we're looking for the next support around about 43. Well, $44,000. So $44,000. If we punch through that support, the next strong support is in the 30s, and that's a lot stronger support than I would think. But we'll see. I mean, if we zoom out, because that's what everyone says, when in doubt, zoom out. If we look at the yearly, this is our chart. You know, this time last year, Bitcoin's price was 7,500. Okay, 6 months after that, we were at December we were at 18,000, and then we reached here recently 63,000. So we went from 7,500 to $64,000 in 1 year. So it's hard to really say if okay, so I got a $25 snap or super chat. Do you believe the bull market is over? I just want to know your opinion. I know everybody makes decisions for themselves. As I said yesterday, and I still stick to this, I'm 75%. So I have 3-to-1 odds. If I'm taking it to Vegas and I'm putting it on the table, I'm saying we're 3-to-1. It's 3-to-1. So 75%, I think we're still bullish. I don't think we're done yet. I think there is a 25% chance that we could turn that corner. And when I would actually change my 25% to something higher, in the sense, would be if we break through this support level at $44,000. So if we do punch through $44,000 and we go, say, to like 4140 or something really quickly, that would be cause for concern. But it wouldn't. I would still say that we're not necessarily. By that time, I would say it could go either way. We're 50-50 if it punches through that $44,000 range. I'm personally not a big fan of wanting to have to test that support, but apparently it's got to happen. And so it's just really hard for me to give up any Bitcoin. So I don't see myself selling. So I would say I would have to ride Bitcoin back down. As far as the low cap altcoins, I would probably consolidate into some of my stronger positions like Bitcoin, or store my value in Bitcoin and Ethereum. So I would get out of the low cap altcoins. So that's what I would do. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go eat my dinner. Hope this helps out. I know you guys are really focused, and we'll see. Right now, $44,000. If we test that support, we've got to hold that support. That's the next obstacle for us. So do pay attention to that. $44,000 is the range that if we plunge through that, that's where the problem is. Okay, so thanks to everyone for watching, all the new subscribers. And if you guys want to keep up with these live streams when they're happening live, you've got to turn on that bell and subscribe to this channel. We'll see you guys.